We have a replacement spoke. This is a Spinergy. These actually are my favourite all round. If I had to ride across Australia again, I'd use some Spinergy wheels. Why is that? Because these spokes, you know, these are great as well. The lightweights are really good. Braking surface ain't so good, but they do feel nice. But if you do break a spoke, let's say, you know, something lands in your wheel, a kangaroo jumps out and a kidney's ball sack gets caught in your spokes and pops one, then with a lightweight, you're in struggle town. So this is good for my, you know, going full gas Strava or whatever, Instagram photos. But if you want a real wheel, in terms of durability and ride comfort, then you can't really go past Spinergy, the Xero lights or the Z lights or even the new GX. This one did get snapped though. This is the first time I've ever seen actually it's not even a spoke broken, but it was involved in a crash in a criterium and someone's rear derailleur got caught up in the rear wheel and it did snap the end of this alloy, what would you call it, alloy thread. Alright, so this spoke is bone. I'm just showing you how flexible these spokes are. You know what I mean? Like they can tie them in knots. They're basically just Kevlar strands. So we've got a replacement spoke. They come in different lengths, so make sure you get the right length. And I've already looped it through there somewhere. There's a drive side spoke that, there we go, this is the one here. So you can tell it's very, very slack. And so you just make sure you pay attention to over, under, and it's two cross. And then so to tighten them up, you know, be careful, you don't twist the spoke like that, otherwise you'll bung it up. They comes with tools. These come with tools. So you use this little wrench here to hold the spoke in place, and then you use this little T-wrench. Alright, that little T-wrench in there, that goes in to hold the nut. And what it looks like this. Alright, looks like that. So basically, you're gonna be holding this spoke with the little wrench down here. That's gonna hold it at the base, and then your little T-nut thing is gonna be screwing it in, tightening it up. And be pay attention to the tension. All right, if you need tension gauge, if you're not as experienced, get a tension gauge. They're really good. But even now, they're not traditional spoke tension. All right, so be careful. You can bung your wheel up. All right, so you keep it about 11 to 14. Non-drive side, we're replacing a drive side spoke. So round spoke, we're looking at 22 to 24 on the tension scale. So keep that in mind. Okay, when you're doing your spoke tension up, it's not a traditional steel spoke. They do sit a bit softer, really soft on the device, you know. So there you go. But these are my favourite wheels in terms of durability, and you can also put freehub bodies on them. This is made by Hadley. It just feels good. These look good. This is a Campag, and I'm putting this on a Shimano SRAM bike, so 11 speed. They're really, really good. Just good quality. These cats grow up with bike wheels. Come on. Scratch the fleas and the lightweights, come on. These cats were born in the back garden and they've made themselves inside. So I made a little cat toy, a bit of string and a bit of bar tape. And BB likes a little bit of a, here she goes, she's a little killer cat. A little killer cat. So there you go, that is how it's done. Alright, just these are great things to learn yourself. And you're out on the road, boss the spoke. Just yeah. The secret as well is don't get frustrated when you're doing spokes or any bike mechanics. Learn new skill. Don't get frustrated, because when you get frustrated, you don't really learn. You start having a hissy fit, a sissy squat. So just relax, get some carbs in you, get some water. Where's the cat gone? Play with the cat and get it done. Easy. It's going to look, when you got it set up, you'll be holding this one and turning this one. See how it's going to spin? So you just got to hold it with your fingers to stop it spinning. You don't want to you don't be twisting the spoke. So hold it and then twist it up to about 11 to 14 spoke tension. You can also if you are not too sure, you can sort of compare it to the other spokes as well. All right? If you're out on an emergency trail. You're not really going to break these spokes. I mean, you can tie them in knots. I'll put the camera down and tie it to knot and show what I mean. That's a spoke. All right? They're string spokes basically, and they're super, super light, and they're super, super strong. If you do have a crash, this could wear. This is an old wheel, so a 15-year-old wheel. So the alloy can fatigue, but otherwise that was an extreme crash situation. Otherwise, spoke's fine. You know, spoke is just such a. I don't understand why these wheels aren't popular. The quality's there. They just haven't sponsored anyone of a hemoglobin of 220. So the wheels haven't really taken off, but in my opinion they are just hard to go past, you know, hard to go past. So if you live in the US, you've got good customer service over there. So there you go, that's a spoke. That will just straighten back out like that. Good as new. Good as new. Spinergy wheel, one of my favourite wheels ever. Spinergy Zero Lights, Spinergy Z Light. We're going to replace a freehub body because we're putting Shimano, and this is a Campag freehub body. So we're going to take the dirty Campag off, and all you need is a 5mm Allen key in this little end here, and a 5mm there. Double penetration from both sides, and then we're just going to undo it like that. You know, filming this with one hand. This is how easy stuff is, and the cap just pops off like that. And that's just going to slide out like this. Alright, now we give this a good clean up, put some new grease in there, some biodynamic grease. And then to take this freehub body off the axle, we just need to keep this Allen key in there, get a little cone span, like a 14mm maybe, and then undo that. Alright, so that's your locking nut. And then you just put the axle, clean it, and then slide it through here, and you're good to go. And make sure when you're working on bikes inside with grease on the lounge floor, make sure the old lady's out in the house. So there you go, that's how you do it. Easy done. I love these wheels, they're so easy to do. Hadley internals, up there with DT Swiss in terms of quality. And I do find, even though it's a lightweight freehub body, they've got some sort of special NASA alloy where it doesn't really get chunked out. Doesn't, you know, your freehub body, your cassette teeth doesn't really slot into it that much. So it's pretty good quality. You know, I rate it. Spinergy. If you've used Spinergy wheels in the past, they weren't so good, but in the last 15 years, they've definitely, I would say, top of the shelf in terms of durability and unparalleled ride comfort. You know, they're light, man. They're light wheel. What does this one weigh at? What does this weigh at? It was, I forget what it weighs, but it's pretty light, man. I definitely rate it. Here we go. 833 grams for a rear. 833. So, you know, and they're not an expensive wheel set. Get them second hand or get them brand new from Spinergy.com. They go alright. And the Z lights are even lighter. So there you go.